Hello, everyone, and welcome to How to Bet, the How to Bet podcast. Go to howtobet.com, and we appreciate you watching us here on YouTube. And when you're watching, just go down to that comment line. Well, first, hit, of course, the like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell. Subscribe to us. Go down then to the comment line, leave comments, good, bad, or ugly. If you want merchandise, ask for merch. We have swag here at howtobet.com. I am Daryl Sean. He is Sean the Genius Miller. I'm on remote. He is in the studio. And right now, it is time for our Parlay Power Plays of the week. They weren't so powerful last week, Sean Miller, because, again, it was an upset week last week. Upset galore.
Brutal.
And we happened to have all favorites last week. So we were losers. Yep. Including the Monday night game, Pittsburgh and Chicago, where Pittsburgh just pretty much got lucky to win that game. So,
They get lucky a lot, though, in those games, man. They find a way to win those games. They're not any good, and they're going to end up in the playoffs, and they're not any good.
I'm starting to agree with you there. It's
better to be lucky than good, though, they say.
No, you want to erase that. I don't think they're good either. You want to erase last week and then get back with it this week. So our Parlay Power Plays of the week, Sean, go.
Yeah, so I'm going to – both these teams come in off of wins. I like Baltimore and the Thursday night game. I actually think, I thought this could have been a bad Thursday night game, but then, Miami, they had some, obviously it was against Houston, but their defense showed up, and Baltimore, Lamar Jackson struggled a little bit through some interceptions. So, I don't know. This game could be interesting, but I just think Baltimore is a little bit, Baltimore is a better team here. And if you're going to give me under a touchdown in this game, I'm going to take Baltimore all day, every day. So I'm going to take the Ravens -6.5. Second one is for my guy, Trey over there. Washington absolutely stinks. So Tampa Bay, I think, comes back off the bye and is about to go on a roll here. I just think they're going to roll into the playoffs, maybe 14-3, 15-2. And it starts with this game. I think they're going to annihilate the football team, whatever. Pick a name already. Pick a name. Let's go. But Tampa Bay -9.5. And then finally, I was really, if you weren't on the Arizona bandwagon before last week when those guys all didn't play and they just rolled the 49ers, I think, Arizona now, I think it's pretty safe to say is one of the two best teams along with Tennessee at this point. Carolina, Sam Darnold is stinks. He's so bad. And once again, you're going to give me under 10 points in this game, -9.5. I'm taking Arizona all day, every day. They're the best team, and they're playing at home. So I'm taking them. I think Carolina's terrible.
Yeah, and so not only Darnold, he might not even play, which could be the best news that Carolina can get with Matt Rule. Maybe they
stinks,
go and walk
man.
on Temple.
He
but
stinks.
He's terrible.
3 interceptions.
He fooled us the first couple of weeks there, thinking that it wasn't him, it was the Jets system. But he's terrible. So it's I agree. But it could be the best thing that could happen to Carolina. Him hurt. I hate to say that, but it could be the best situation for them. So Sean's Parlay Power Plays of the week: Baltimore -6.5 at Miami, Tampa -9.5 at Washington, and Arizona at home -9.5 against Carolina. For me, I will go with a team that was upset, one of the bigger upsets of the week. Some would say the biggest upset of the week. I think the Dallas Cowboys will rebound at home. I'm going to take the Dallas Cowboys -9.5 against Atlanta. Atlanta playing a little better.
Yeah.
I think in this spot, they go on the road against a Dallas team that will be ready to go. And I think that we have the Dallas -9.5 here on this one. I will then go to Los Angeles. The Chargers at home -2.5 against the Vikings. The Vikings play a lot of close games. They lose them all. So I am going to go with the Chargers minus the 2.5 at home against Minnesota. I think there'll be a coaching change at the end of the year. I really do.
They stink, man. Oh, they're so bad. They
Very
never
vanilla.
win.
Yet they scored a lot of points, but very vanilla.
And they never win close games.
No, can't win a close game. And I will wrap up my Parlay Power play of the week out in Las Vegas, which is a team that you just never trust. But Kansas City, somehow, someway, they're still not very good. You saw the game. They couldn't score against Green Bay. If Rodgers plays, I don't think anybody doubts that Green Bay wins that game. So I'll go with Kansas City, though, minus the 2.5 at Vegas. I think they get it done there. I'm not sure why I think they get it done. I keep waiting for this team to explode offensively. They say they have the same weapons they had, for the last couple of years, but somehow something's not clicking. I don't know what's wrong with Mahomes, but I still trust them more here than I do Las Vegas in a game less than a field goal. So my Parlay Power play of the week is Dallas home against Atlanta minus 9.5. The Chargers minus 2.5 at home against Minnesota, and Kansas City minus 2.5 at Las Vegas. That is my Parlay Power play of the week. And remember, go to HowToBet.com and check out all Sean's previews, injury updates, odds. They continue to move during the week. You have COVID-related information.
You got
so everything you need there is at Sean's previews at HowToBet.com. So get there early and get there often.
You got players getting cut for waving guns and Zoom meetings and stuff.
Yeah.
How about the Raiders, man? Both their first-round picks from 2020. Ruggs is in jail. The other guy's going to jail. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Speaking of weapons, by the way, they're a mess. How can you, at some point? I mean, how can you take them against the Chiefs? I mean, that was one of the games I thought to take too, because I just think they're just a disaster.
Yeah, they're a complete disaster, and at this point, I don't trust them. And they're very inconsistent. They're a tough team to bet on or against because they're so inconsistent. But I'm going with Kansas City in that one. So there are our Parlay Powers plays of the week. Sean, we can't do any worse than we did last week, but I'm pretty sure that most every bettor could say the same thing because of just a crazy upsets last week.
Yeah, you can't. You just got to wipe the slate clean. Week 9, done. Now we're in week 10. We go to, we're close to the flex week.
Can't believe it's already
now.
week 10.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy. Close to the
college
flex
basketball's
week.
already starting.
Yeah, I know. Big games tonight and this week, so I'm excited about that as well.
So a little later in the show, we'll have coming up next is our primetime bets of the week. We have our over and unders. We have the best bets of college football coming up and what we think are the best games. We'll get to all of those after that. Coming up next, primetime bets of the week. You're watching us on HowToBet on HowToBet.com. Come on back. Primetime bets of the week coming up.
See you in a minute.